Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about and reviewing and demonstrating 3 shades of the new Victoria Beckham Beauty Cheeky Posh Cream Blush Sticks. So I'm going to be applying each of the shades on my cheeks. I'll share my thoughts on each of the shades and the formula, and I'm also going to provide some comparisons with other cream blushes in my collection. So if you'd like to see all of that, just keep on watching. All right, so I want to start with just applying the blushes and seeing how they look, and then I'll get a little bit more into the details and so on. I have the swatches right here. So this one is Miniskirt, Rollerskate, and Knickers, just so you can see them all next to one another. And I want to start with Miniskirt on my cheeks. So I think what I'll do is kind of just pat a little bit on. I think I'll just do one cheek and then I'll put another color on the other cheek. And I'm going to use my classic base from Sonia G just to blend that out. So I just started with a really light amount. That's what a really light layer of it looks like. I like that. It's quite a natural flush. It really blended easily and it really looks like it's coming from within the skin, I think. I'm going to put a little bit more on. Blend that. So there's Miniskirt built up in 3 layers. I think it's a perfect everyday kind of color. It has a little bit of brown in it, but it's also rosy. So I'd call it more of kind of like a rosewood shade. Not too warm, not cool. Nice neutral shade, leaning a little bit towards the warm, I'd say. The brand describes it as a berry rose, so I'd say that's in line with how it looks. Okay, now on this cheek, I'm gonna try Rollerskate, and it is a really, really bright color. Like, I knew from the images online that it looked really bright, but it's even more neon than I was expecting it to be. So I'm just wiping off my brush here so that there's none of that other color on it. And for this one, I think I'm gonna go with the brush right onto the stick and then apply it that way. And I think that's plenty of that color just with that one layer application. I probably picked up more on the stick than I was applying directly from the stick with the other color, so that's why it's showing up a little bit more quickly. But again, it just looks really beautiful and seamless. It has a slight bit of a glow to it. And it's a really beautiful punchy color, but even though it's so bright, I think that it blends out so beautifully and can still look really natural on the skin. So that's Rollerskate and that's Miniskirt. And Rollerskate is described as a vivid coral pink. And again, I'd say that's a pretty accurate description. So I'm going to take these off and then I'm going to put on my 3rd shade, which is Knickers, and we'll see how that looks. And now it's time for Knickers, which is the lightest shade in the whole range. And this one, again, I think I'm just going to take the brush and go right onto the stick and then onto my cheeks. Here is Knickers on my cheeks. What a beautiful color. I think I prefer definitely going with the brush into the stick rather than trying to put the blush on my face first and then blend it out. It's just applying a lot faster when I go right from the product right on the brush. It gives me more control and it just goes on a lot faster than having to build up gradually like I was doing when I was applying the stick directly to my face. So Knickers is described as a light peachy melon, and again, I think that's a perfect description. And I really love, there's something very special about these, I think, because they really, really give that blushing from within effect. I know that cream blushes are really kind of known for that type of effect, but the way that these ones look is just so natural, and it really does look like it's coming through my skin rather than a product that's applied on top of the skin. And I love that slightly dewy finish. It looks very natural and fresh and makes your skin look really healthy, I think. Let's get into a little bit about what the brand is saying about these blushes. So they say Cheeky Posh is a chic and convenient cream blush stick that nourishes skin with a natural, easy flush. The range of 5 shades offers foolproof, buildable colors that all work on a multitude of skin tones. So I have 3 of the 5 shades. One of the shades was more of a mid-tone terracotta, and then the other shade that I didn't get is kind of a rosy, dusky pink color. All of them looked beautiful, and it was really hard to decide on these 3, but I just figured that this would be a really useful one, and it's the kind of shade that can kind of work for anyone. And then Rollerskate, I couldn't resist. It looked so beautiful in the photos, and it's just so bright and such a vibrant and happy color. I had to get that one. And then I love a really pale peach blush like this one here. So these were my top choices, and I'm really happy with each one of these shades. The brand also says the creamy velvety texture melts into skin with soft, natural looking color that lasts. The nourishing formula is infused with clean botanical actives for smoother, brighter, healthier cheeks and pout. So I guess you could put these on your lips too. Why don't I'm gonna try putting a little bit of Rollerskate on my lips. I have the Victoria Beckham 01 lip definer and the Pout lipstick because I thought that would be the perfect combo to go, especially with this Knickers shade here. But I want to try just a little bit of Rollerskate because I think it'll complement this whole color scheme really nicely. So just pat a little bit right in the center there, and that's really nice. It really brings a lot of light, kind of gives a more retro feel to the whole look. And then the brand says the result is a lit from within glow reminiscent of a natural adrenaline rush. I really like that description. I think that's accurate because it does look so natural and like a real flush on the cheek. Equal parts lively energy and lasting color, Cheeky Posh will leave your cheeks with a playful, natural flush. So one of the claims is that this is very long lasting and it's water resistant. So I'll have to update you in the description box or a pinned comment on how well it lasts throughout the day. I would love to see it really be a long lasting blush because often cream blushes aren't as long lasting as powders can be. So we'll have to wait and see and just check the description box or a pinned comment for an update on how this wears throughout the day. I also just like the whole campaign around this blush. I think naming it Cheeky Posh or Cheeky Blush is really cute. And I think it really suits Victoria Beckham too, because she seems to have a really good sense of humor. She's really funny. She's put little stories behind each of the blush colors, so I'm just gonna read them out right now. So the cheeky backstory for Knickers, which is the one that's on right now, is if Victoria could only wear one thing for the rest of her life, she'd choose Knickers. Would you? And then for Miniskirt, which is this berry rose shade, she says, does my dress look too short? Proceeds to hike Miniskirt up higher. And then for Rollerskate, she says, this one's for Harper, and that's her daughter. She'll just roller skate into the room during a product meeting, pick up her favorite shade, and roll right back out. A girl who has a point of view like her mom. So I just think that's cute to include those little stories, and it gives a really nice personal touch to the product that I really appreciate. I do think that Victoria Beckham is quite involved in the process of creating her makeup and choosing the colors and the whole brand overall. So I appreciate those little touches like those stories. I wanted to offer some other suggestions for lip combos from Victoria's range to go with these other colors. So I've already mentioned the one that I would definitely recommend with the lightest shade here. And then with Miniskirt, I was thinking that this would look really nice with a twist right here. So you can see this one's twist and this is the Miniskirt blush, and they're quite similar tones. So I think those would look really great together, and I would pair the 02 lip definer with that whole look. And then I think from what I have, the lip combo that I have on now would also be perfect with the Rollerskate shade. So even though Rollerskate is a brighter, punchier color than the one I have on now, it has similar undertones and a similar feel to it. So I think that it would also pair really nicely with this lip. And then of course you can add a little bit of the blush onto the lips as well. And that'll create a really nice, cohesive and fun look. You can see right here how Pout swatches next to both of these colors. I think they all look really nice together. So I'm just taking a little bit of Rollerskate from the back of my hand and just kind of topping up where I already have the other color, just to really create that bright flush. And this line is 70s inspired, and I think that this color especially is so 70s. Like I feel like you would see this in photos from the 70s of actresses or singers. It's a really iconic kind of color. In terms of the tones that I have, I think these two, Rollerskate and Miniskirt, would work on a lot of skin tones from very fair to quite deep, and especially Rollerskate I think would even work on the deepest of skin tones. I'm not sure about Miniskirt. It might, but it might kind of fade into the skin a little too much, but this one is so bright that I think it's really going to work on any skin tone. And then this one I think is probably not going to work that well on much deeper than like a medium to tan complexion. I could be wrong, but it is quite a fair color. So I think this is probably best suited to fair, light, medium skin tones. And I think if you are very fair, that it's a really perfect natural peachy looking flush. It doesn't pull too warm and orangey like peaches can sometimes do, and it doesn't pull too far into the pink category either, where it's not looking like a peach anymore. It really does look like a true beautiful pale peach tone. So I wanted to get into just a few comparisons. So here is Knickers, and then this one is Rose Inc.'s Heliotrope, and this is Pink Soap from Lisa Eldridge. So you can see Heliotrope and Pink Soap have a lot more pink, and they're a little bit cooler toned than Knickers here, which is really a true peach and a little bit warmer than these other two shades. These ones are more kind of dusky, pinky peachy colors, whereas this one is straight up beautiful light peach. So again, that's Heliotrope from Rose Inc., that's Knickers from Victoria Beckham, and this is Pink Soap from Lisa Eldridge. All right, so here's Rollerskate from Victoria Beckham. Down here is Island Glow from Lisa Eldridge. This is the Daria Cream Blush from Natasha Denona. This one is Ophelia from Rose Inc., and this one here is Anemone from Rose Inc. So looking at the Rose Inc. ones first, I think probably if you combined Ophelia and Anemone, you could get something pretty similar to Rollerskate, although I still think Rollerskate is a little bit punchier. It just has a real sort of neon quality to it. And then Daria is actually a similar tone, but more pink and not quite as bright and punchy. And then Island Glow, I think, is actually quite a similar color here. I still think that the Victoria Beckham one has a little bit more of a white base, so it pulls more neon, but I do think those are pretty similar tones. So again, here's Lisa Eldridge Island Glow, Natasha Denona Daria Cream Blush, Victoria Beckham Rollerskate, Rose Inc. Ophelia, and Rose Inc. Anemone. All right, and then for Miniskirt, I just have one comparison. This is Dante's Dream from Lisa Eldridge. These, again, are very similar tones to me. I think that Dante's Dream has a tiny little touch more of like almost like a purple tone in it, but really they look very similar, and I think once on the cheeks, they're going to blend out to look like quite similar shades. So again, this is Miniskirt from Victoria Beckham and Dante's Dream from Lisa Eldridge. All right, I think that is everything I wanted to do for this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments below, and I hope this was helpful for you if you've been interested in these blushes. So far, so good. I'm really, really happy with the way these look, and I can see myself using these very frequently. The ease of use is great, and I was able to apply them so quickly when I used that method of just going with the brush right into the stick and then onto the cheeks. And I just love the way it gives such a natural, really beautiful flush that really, really does look like it's coming right from within the skin rather than sitting on top of it. So far so good. Keep an eye below for my update on how it wears throughout the day. I think the range of shades is beautiful, and I think it's very well suited to Victoria Beckham and the Victoria Beckham Beauty brand. So yeah, I think that's it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already and you'd like to see more from me, I'd really love for you to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.